lucky for us trippers, the spirit of the West is still alive and well at one of my favorite museums in the state, Frontier, Texas. This museum is dedicated to retelling the entire story of the Texas frontier from every angle, which is actually much more interesting and complex than you might realize. Complex is an understatement. It's a tall order to capture the frontier in one museum, but Frontier, Texas does an amazing job, starting at the very beginning, before Texas was really a frontier at all, but the well-traveled homeland of the first characters in this story of the frontier. Expert hunters and gatherers. These native tribes lived in a delicate balance with the land. But then foreign and strange settlers began to arrive.
Oh, we finally made it. A place to call our own.
Who? What are you doing here?
Well, we're not causing problems, just looking for some land to own.
You can't own land. And what's he doing here?
Me? Nothing.
Hey, he's killing our buffalo.
I'm not killing any buffalo.
But he was, by the thousands. The Indians' entire way of life completely changed when settlers started claiming land and killing buffalo. Some of the tribes were extremely angry, and it's not hard to understand why. The buffalo was the Plains Indians' way of life, not just as a food source, but housing, tools, weapons, clothing, and the decimation of the buffalo gave rise to another player in our story, the angry Native Indian.
You kill buffalo, we kill you.
Not if I kill you first! Whoa, this escalated quickly. Maybe we can work this out.
And so the battles began, with the Comanches being known as the fiercest on the plains. Look at this. These are 3 real scalps found on the shield of a dead Indian chief. Real. Conflict and bloodshed became a way of life. Settlers lived under constant fear of attack from the native tribes, who were losing everything. Most importantly, the buffalo. Mountains of skulls littered the landscape, and as you can imagine, violence didn't slow down. To protect its settlers, the U.S. began establishing forts with armed soldiers that slowly pushed the Indians off the land.
Now, hold on, gents. I'm with the U.S. Army. What seems to be the problem here?
And then came the cowboys and cattle drives.
Whoa, boys, I hope y'all don't mind. I'll just be passing through, driving all these steers north.
And stagecoaches.
Now, you aren't gonna shoot me if I try to deliver this mail, are you?
The natives were outnumbered. The onslaught of activity wasn't stopping, and by many measures, the settlers were winning the battle for the frontier. The Wild West was slowly being tamed, yet in some ways, it was as rowdy as ever. All this gave way to the Wild West that we think of. Shootouts, poker games, cowboy towns. It's an incredible story, and this museum is a must-see for anyone who cares about Texas. What's most moving about Frontier, Texas are the true first-hand accounts of the frontier. Real stories of real people caught in the middle of this epic struggle. And after visiting, you can walk away with your own first-hand account of what it was like on the vast Texas frontier. To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com. Or here's some other videos you may like. Vaya con Dios, amigos.